Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Sanghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Friends, let's all study, investigate, and practice the real words of the Buddha. Tonight, we have another special discourse to study and practice. This discourse is from the numerical discourses of the Buddha, Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 4, Sutta number 11. The name of the discourse is Walking. We walk. We all want to walk. We all want to work. We all want to practice the Dhamma. We all want happiness, release, pacification. We all want the highest bliss. In order to gain this highest bliss, we have to understand the words of the Buddha as the Buddha taught. Tonight, our topic is how to practice meditation as the Buddha taught us. Meditation. We want to talk on meditation and we want to practice meditation. That is why from this day, we want to select the very words of the Buddha on meditation. We are going to talk on meditation and we want to practice. We do practice meditation so that we can live happily, peacefully. Let's understand, first of all, let's understand what is meditation. What is meditation? Meditation means you are thinking of certain thing again and again. You are contemplating on certain object, concentrating on some certain object. That is what is called concentration meditation. Even the term meditate can be used for evil things, unwholesome things also, such as the people like, say, for instance, the hunters. They do meditate. They meditate to shoot a deer or any other being. Without meditating, they cannot shoot. Where they are meditating to do something evil, unwholesome. But spiritually, what you call meditation is to calm down yourself, calm down your mind. That was practiced even before the Buddha. People practice this type of meditation. That is called concentration meditation. Medication, medication, and mediation. These are three different terms which are quite similar. We all need these three. We all need meditation and medication, especially. Sometimes we need mediation also. But these first two, meditation and medication, we all need this. Without meditation, life is dull. Life is boring. Life is unsuccessful. That is why we need to follow a teaching. We need to understand at least some kind of meditation and practice it. That is our, not necessarily a religion, but we have to have a spiritual life. So when practice meditation, concentration or serenity meditation, which is called samadhi, samatha meditation. The purpose of serenity or concentration meditation is subduing your hindrances, suppressing, calming your hindrances. There are hindrances which hinder our mind. There are, according to the teachings of the Buddha, there are 5 hindrances: sensual desire, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness and worry, and doubt. These are called 5 hindrances. When you are thinking of a certain object, when you are contemplating on a certain object, you can calm down your mind, you can subdue these hindrances. As the result of subduing your hindrances, the concentration is developing. Your concentration is developing. And when we practice concentration further and further, we can even develop jhana. There are material jhana and immaterial jhana. There are 4 material jhana. First jhana, the second jhana, third jhana, and the fourth jhana. Jhana means absorptions, high levels of developing mind. When you develop your concentration, you can experience these different jhanic bliss. These are worldly bliss, worldly. And after practicing the first 4 jhana, even one can gain different types of knowledge, such as ability to perform miracles, ability to read one's previous lives, ability to see how beings are born to this world and how they depart here and are born somewhere else. Even ability to understand the sounds of humans, whatever the sounds, humans or divine. All these are worldly. And also there are immaterial jhana. Immaterial jhana. There are 4 immaterial jhana as well. So altogether, there are 8 different jhanic experiences. So the last one, the 8th one, is called neither perception nor non-perception. Before the Buddha, before the emergence of the teachings of the Buddha, people practiced all these different types of jhana, and they got these knowledges, but no attainment of enlightenment. No stream enters, no once returners, no non-returners, no enlightened ones. That is why the Buddha wanted to understand, practice something differently. The way to real peace is not subduing, not suppressing. He understood this, and he instead, cut off all impurities in the mind by practicing Vipassana, insight meditation. It is not another method of meditation, but a special technique to see things as they really are. That is what is called Vipassana. What are the things to be seen as they really are? Our mind, our thoughts. It is not to concentrate on something outside, but inside, observing inside. It is called introspection. Sati Upatthana, establishing mindfulness inside. That is the teaching of the Buddha, this special technique, Vipassana. Vipassana is the way to cut off all defilements. We normally, as worldlings, we bring different types of thoughts. We bring volitional formations inside and deposit them as fetters. When we practice Vipassana, we can cut off all these fetters through which we are bound to samsara. And as the result, we can attain mental liberation, the highest bliss, which is called Nibbana, in accordance with the teachings of the Buddha. So the Buddha's technique is serenity and insight. Both should go in tandem, which is called tandem meditation. Both should go together. That is the way to practice. Just like tandem bicycles, tandem axles, tandem, together, not separately. Serenity is one, insight is another. No, that is not the teaching of the Buddha. Buddha put them together. And so whenever we practice meditation, we have to understand, first we have to develop our concentration for some extent and then switch to insight. That is what we exactly do. So friends, when practice meditation, as we first develop our concentration, then we can understand our own thoughts. Buddha taught us that there are three types of thoughts. Whatever the thoughts pop up, come to our mind, there are three types of thoughts. What are the three types of thoughts? Sensual thought, ill will thought, and harming, cruelty thoughts. These are the thoughts to be observed by the wise person. So the teaching of the Buddha is for the wise. Not that every dictum and Nancy can practice this. This can be practiced only by the wise. Without wisdom, it's quite impossible. Knowledge is not that important in this case, but wisdom. Buddha clearly said, this is for the wise. This Dhamma is for the wise. So according to this discourse, the name walking, where the Buddha talked not only walking, the Buddha taught clearly when you practice meditation, it is not simply sitting cross-legged and resting your hands on your lap and closing your eyes. That is not only that, it is also, it's all right. But real practice is not confined to one particular posture, one particular position like sitting. We all have 4 postures: walking, sitting, standing, and wakefully lying down. These are the 4 postures. According to the teachings of the Buddha, we all have to practice meditation during these 4 postures. Wherever we are going, whatever we are doing, while we are walking, while we are standing, while we are sitting, while we are wakefully lying down, we have to practice. What is to be practiced? We to understand our own thoughts. Buddha said, the 3 types of thoughts. These are discursive thoughts. Since they are discursive, we to understand, observe them, and first of all, we have to understand their irrelevancy. Irrelevance. We should not accept them. We should understand that they are irrelevant, such as sensual thoughts, ill will thoughts, and harming thoughts. Such thoughts are to be abandoned, to be dispelled, to be exterminated, obliterated. This is how to practice Vipassana. Now let's understand this discourse, how the Buddha talked about these 3 types of thoughts and how to practice. The Buddha, addressing the monks, said, bhikkhus. Now you know, whenever the Buddha addressed the monks, Buddha used the term bhikkhu, bhikkhus. Bhikkhu means the monks, not necessarily the monks, not necessarily the monastic. Even the layperson can be the bhikkhu. Bhikkhu is the one who is breaking defilement. Whoever breaking defilement, whoever is practicing the words, the techniques of meditation of the Buddha can be called bhikkhu. So addressing the bhikkhus, Buddha said, if a sensual thought, a thought of ill will, or a thought of harming arises in a bhikkhu while walking, suppose while you are walking, a thought arises, a sensual thought, or a thought which is ill will, or a thought which is harmful, then what should be done? Buddha said, and if he tolerates it, he tolerates it, that is the problem. We should not tolerate such thoughts. If he tolerates, does not abandon it, does not dispel it, does not terminate it, and does not obliterate it. These are the things to be done. If he does not do that, it is wrong. He should not tolerate first. If we tolerate what happens, we don't abandon, don't dispel, don't terminate, don't obliterate that. That is the wrong way. Where we are not practicing. Buddha said, if such a person, if a practitioner, if a meditator is tolerating, not abandoning, not dispelling, not terminating, not obliterating, then that bhikkhu is said to be devoid of ardor and moral dread. He has no ardor, effect. If he has no effect to do, no energy, no ardently practicing, not ardently practicing. He is morally dreadful. Dread. He is constantly and continuously lazy and lacking in energy while walking. That is the teaching. Then while standing, let's understand while standing. If a sensual thought, a thought of ill will, a thought of harming arises in a bhikkhu while standing, and if he tolerates it, does not abandon it, does not dispel it, does not terminate it, and does not obliterate it, then that bhikkhu is said to be devoid of ardor and moral dread. He is constantly and continuously lazy and lacking in energy while standing. That is the second posture. Third posture. If a sensual thought, a thought of ill will, a thought of harming arises in a bhikkhu while sitting, and if he tolerates it, does not abandon it, does not dispel it, does not terminate it, and does not obliterate it, then that bhikkhu is said to be devoid of ardor and moral dread. He is constantly and continuously lazy and lacking in energy while sitting. The fourth posture. We have only these four postures. The fourth one. If a sensual thought, a thought of ill will, a thought of harming arises in a bhikkhu while wakefully lying down, and he tolerates it, does not abandon it, does not dispel it, does not terminate it, and does not obliterate it, then that bhikkhu is said to be devoid of ardor and moral dread. He has no moral dread. He is constantly and continuously lazy, lacking in energy with wakeful lying down. While wakefully lying down. Lazy man, lazy woman, because not practicing. If we do not practice, we have to suffer. If we practice, we can day by day, moment by moment, we can come to the state of calmness, pacification of mind, peaceful mind. We can live light-heartedly, peacefully, because of practicing. If we tolerate, this is the problem, tolerating, accepting, we welcome them, welcome such thoughts. We have to understand our mind, not this body. Forget about this body. Wherever we are going, whatever, we have to do these things. For this body, we do everything. From dawn to dusk, we are like slaves. Like slaves. We are doing all these cleansing, all these things. Brushing teeth, washing face, and combing, all this stuff. We do all these things for this body, but we have to leave behind this body. One day, nobody knows where, the date, even the date, the moment, and the place, we never know. But one day, we will have to leave behind this body and go. So, the Buddha's teaching is to cleanse this mind, not this body. It is easy to clean this body, but mind is not that easy, but it is possible. It is possible. But they clearly said that monks, it is possible to develop this mind. That is why the Buddha said this. So, if we tolerate such thoughts, we have to suffer. Now let's understand its opposite. When such thoughts arise, what should be done? This is real practicing. Let's understand what is to be done. The Buddha said, bhikkhus, if a sensual thought, what are the sensual thoughts actually? Sensual thought means thoughts arise based on our five faculties, bases. We have 6 bases. Of the 6, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body. Whenever there are some sort of stimuli, some sort of motivation, external motivation, external stimuli, with the support of stimulus things, thoughts arise. Such thoughts are called sensual thoughts. And while we are pondering, while we are dreaming, we have thoughts. That is through our mind. So whenever such thoughts, sensual thoughts based on our senses, that is why they are called sensual thoughts. Whenever such sensual thoughts arise, or a thought of ill will thought, our will is ill, no goodwill, no metta. Instead, it's opposite, antidote. Ill will arises. Or further, you want to harm somebody. With such evil thoughts, you want to harm, where you have cruelty thought. You want to do something cruelty, harming. Such thoughts arise. Whenever such thought arise in a bhikkhu while walking, the Buddha said, while walking, suppose while walking you have such thoughts. And if a person does not tolerate, he does not tolerate, that is what we have to do. We should not tolerate, we should not accept, we should understand irrelevance of it. and we should not tolerate. Instead, we should abandon it abandons, and we should dispel, we should terminate, we should obliterate such thoughts. That is the practice. Then that bhikkhu is said to be ardent. He's a practitioner. He or she is a practitioner. Practice ardently. Ardent, and to dread wrongdoing. He has dread. He has fear. Fear of doing wrong things. He is constantly and continuously energetic and resolute while walking. While walking, if he can understand this, he can abandon. He does not want to tolerate. Instead, abandon, dispel, exterminate, obliterate. Then while standing somewhere, a thought arises, such as sensual thought. The Buddha says, if a sensual thought, a thought of ill will, a thought of harming arises in a bhikkhu while standing, and he does not tolerate it, but abandons it, dispels it, exterminates it, and obliterates it, then that bhikkhu is said to be ardent and to dread wrongdoing. He is constantly and continuously energetic and resolute while standing. The next posture, sitting posture. How to practice while sitting? Wherever you are sitting, whichever the way that you are sitting is not matter. Wherever the place you are sitting is not matter. It is not necessarily that you are closing your eyes, not necessarily sitting on a cushion. Okay. While sitting, what is to be done? If a sensual thought, a thought of ill will, a thought of harm arises in a bhikkhu while sitting, and he does not tolerate, that is the first thing. One should not tolerate such thoughts. It is the first thing to be done. Then you can easily abandon, but abandons it, dispels it, exterminates it, and obliterates it. Then that bhikkhu is said to be ardent and to dread wrongdoing. He is constantly and continuously energetic and resolute while sitting. The fourth posture. If a sensual thought, a thought of ill will, or a thought of harm arises in a bhikkhu while wakefully lying down, and he does not tolerate it, but abandons it, dispels it, exterminates it, and obliterates it, then that bhikkhu is said to be ardent and to dread wrongdoing. He is constantly and continuously energetic and resolute while wakefully lying down. Those are the four postures. So that means all the four postures, whatever the things we are doing, whether we are walking or working, whichever the time, the way, the place, no matter. We have to be mindful of our thoughts. And if we have such thoughts, not necessarily all thoughts are not to be removed. You don't want to worry about good thoughts, but bad thoughts, evil thoughts. What are the evil thoughts? Sensual thoughts, ill will thoughts, or cruelty thoughts. Such thoughts should not uh, be accepted. Such thoughts are not to be harbored. We should not harbor such thoughts. We should not tolerate such thoughts. Instead, we should abandon them, dispel them, terminate them, obliterate them, exterminate, totally cut them off. That's the way. That is what is called Vipassana. So finally, the Buddha said this in verses. Let's understand that also. Whether walking or standing, sitting or lying down, one who thinks bad thoughts, what are the bad thoughts? Sensual thoughts, ill will thoughts, or cruelty thoughts. Those are discursive thoughts. Discursive thoughts. Vitakka, kama vitakka, vyapada vitakka, vihinsa vitakka in Pali. One who thinks bad thoughts, connected with the household life. Household life means inferior thoughts, worldly thoughts. Worldly thought has entered upon a dire path, path which is fearful, path which is wrong, the wrong path. He or she has entered upon a wrong path, fearful, dreadful path, infatuated by delusive things. It is because of his or her delusion, infatuated by delusive things. Such a bhikkhu here means the practitioner, such a person, such a wise person who is practicing, though he is practicing, whoever the follower of the Buddha, bhikkhu, such a bhikkhu, if he is not energetic, not ardently practicing, he tolerates such thoughts, which is wrong. But they said such a bhikkhu cannot reach the highest enlightenment because he is not energetic, not resolute. While walking, standing, sitting, or wakefully lying down is not practicing properly. Such a person cannot reach the highest enlightenment. It's opposite. But one who, whether walking, standing, sitting, or lying down, has calmed his thought. One should calm one's thought first. That is why we need to practice calm in meditation or concentration meditation or serenity meditation. That is why I said the Buddha's technique is both together, serenity and insight together. First, one has to calm down one's mind, calm down one's self. So, such a person has calmed his thoughts. Thoughts are to be calm, not the bodies. One may act very slow, do things very slow movements to show that he is practicing. That's body. Slow movements is not that enough. Your thoughts should be calmed. Calmed his thoughts and delights in the stilling of thought. He has to have that delightfulness. He should be delighted in the stilling of thoughts, calming of thoughts, stilling of thoughts. A bhikkhu such as this can reach the highest enlightenment, highest bliss. Friends, this is the teachings of the Buddha. This is the unique technique of meditation taught by the Buddha for all of us. Let's all understand this wonderful teachings of the Buddha, and let's practice this in our daily life, whatever we are doing, wherever we are going, wherever we are standing, wherever we are sitting, wherever we are wakefully lying down. Let's practice this. Just calm down ourselves and observe our thoughts and do not tolerate. Let's do not tolerate such evil thoughts. Whenever such thoughts arise, let's understand and abandon them, dispel them, terminate them, obliterate them, totally cut them off. That is the way. Let's understand these wonderful teachings of the Buddha. Let's practice this teaching so that we can live happily, peacefully, light-heartedly in this society. That is the real bliss, real peace, real happiness, real bliss of Nibbana. May we all attain that real peace, real happiness, real bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu.